When the campaign started, there were not a lot of people like Belle and Tom and the other board members that we recruited in those early months. There weren't people of those varied backgrounds and stature that were working on this issue, and at the time it was just teenage pregnancy prevention.
Belle, Jody Miller, and I were sort of like this gang of three inside the White House, agitating for some attention to be paid to this, and somebody came up with the idea of getting the president to say something about it in the State of the Union address.
We've got to ask our community leaders and all kinds of organizations to help us stop our most serious social problem, the epidemic of teen pregnancies and births where there is no marriage. I have sent to Congress a plan to target schools all over this country with anti-pregnancy programs that work. But government can only do so much. Tonight, I call on parents and leaders all across this country to join together in a national campaign against teen pregnancy to make a difference. We can do this, and we must.
We succeeded in persuading major media outlets producing content, not just news and public affairs shows, but also sitcoms, to take this issue seriously, to write scripts and episodes around the issue.
One of the things that the campaign did with Belle and Tom's leadership was to say, yes, that's true, but it's also about educational attainment, income expectations, income inequality, family structure, and larger issues of overall social, family, and economic well-being.
Teen pregnancy isn't like other things. It forces you down a different path in life, different responsibilities at a very early age, different denials, access to try yourself out, to do things you're interested in, to go to school.
We've worked with the entertainment industry to really incorporate messages around relationships and decision making and prevention into popular media, whether it be unscripted shows like 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom, or scripted shows like way back in the day of Dawson's Creek.
It's all about preventing teen pregnancy.
You know, I recently saw a report on the statistical portrait of adolescent sex and contraception. And the sexually active teen who doesn't use contraception stands a 90% chance of becoming pregnant within 1 year. And of that group, less than half carried a flu.
The thing that I remember in the early days was particularly, when Belle really sunk her teeth into this issue, was the research agenda. You know, the ability to think about what do we need to know, who are the respected people to do it, and the campaign being a bipartisan group with Tom and Belle at the head was able to say things and get people to listen that no one else could.
The media work worked both ways in that way. It helped the shows, I think, be better shows and shows that I was proud to work on, but it helped the community, and the media work greatly influenced the success, I believe, of the campaign and the campaign's reach.
Quarter by quarter, we would see these long videos of TV shows where representatives of the national campaign had worked with the producers of these shows to generate content that in a very compelling way reinforced the message that this was something that young people ought to think long and hard about.
Without their vision and leadership over the past 2 decades, the campaign would not be where it's at today and would not have the invaluable reputation of being a place where we can bridge common sense and common ground around these really important issues.
We could have done these things with other leaders maybe, but they actually happened with Tom and Belle's leadership, and Belle especially. Belle is quite capable of being a cheerleader, and she reinforced a lot of these activities because they come up in the board meetings, and she's always a source of encouragement. It's a good idea. You know, keep that up.
And over time we developed what I'll call convening authority. We could get people in Hollywood to take our meetings, which is the ultimate criterion of success in Hollywood. If you can't get them to take your meeting, then you're nowhere. And we could.
And the programs that developed under their wing
We're very, very focused and strong on helping kids understand the power of the choices they made to study for this exam, to take care of their brothers and sisters, to do the responsible thing, how that opened doors.
I know that with the leadership of Tom and Belle, there was a real commitment in the Congress, and I hope they come back and talk to us again, and maybe we can create that spirit of bipartisanship.
Belle's just intensive curiosity and passion and ability to really think about really complex issues and boil them down in ways that are simultaneously science-based and innovative. And that's been the trademark of this organization.
That it has been so successful for so long is, I think, one of the most remarkable of accomplishments. And I have to attribute that success to the leadership.
Tom is, of course, well respected and deservedly so for his smarts, his even temper, his ability to reach across the aisle and to find common ground, common sense solutions.
She jumped in, helped create the very first set of principles to drive the campaign, starting with bipartisanship, and has left a legacy very true to those original principles.
Tom's political experience, frankly, as a moderate Republican, you get a lot of political experience because you don't have rote answers.
He never missed a board meeting in all those years. He was always there, always present. And he really taught me what it's like, what it means when someone says they're going to commit to do something.
Governor Kean is unbelievable. He is such an unbelievable ambassador for us as well as for the nation in looking at how we can really bring together people with very disparate perspectives.
Nobody felt that they were taking sides. Everybody felt like they were just making an important difference that was going to help the nation.
And Belle, of course, brings with her extreme gravitas and deep research and caring about child and family well-being. And I think that really was a perfect marriage for the start of this organization.
I think Tom never missed a board meeting, ever, in all the years that he led this campaign. And Belle probably didn't either. I mean, the commitment of these busy people.
In all the years of working with her and with Tom, but her in particular, was what a gift it was to have somebody of that academic training and background take a look at this issue of teen and unplanned pregnancy. She brought a perspective and a set of skills and knowledge that was unique in the field and remains to this day.
Hello, everyone. It is so hard to believe it's been more than 2 decades since the national campaign to prevent teen and unplanned pregnancy got its start. I'm enormously proud of my connection to this organization and the important work that we have done over the years. And make no mistake, the national campaign would not be the tremendous force it is today without the leadership of Governor Tom Kean and Belle Sawhill. 2 people who not only answered the call to serve, but did so resoundingly. Back in those early days, we used to say that while adults were arguing, teens were getting pregnant. That's why I'm so grateful for leaders like Tom and Belle, who are true believers in the lost art of bipartisanship. Under their leadership, the national campaign has strengthened its commitment to finding common ground on issues like sex education and access to contraception. You know, when we first set out on this journey together, many people thought the issue of teen pregnancy was intractable, that we'd never be able to build the kind of consensus needed to get anything done. That sounds awfully familiar today, when so much about our public discourse feels just as intractable, and so much of the progress we've already made is under assault. But what you've accomplished is proof that if we remain focused on the work ahead and stay true to our mission, we can take on even the toughest challenges. Because of Tom and Belle and so many of you, we are now at a 30-year low for unintended pregnancy in America and a historic low in teen pregnancy. That, my friends, is an unparalleled public health success story. So thanks to all of you from the bottom of my heart for changing minds and lives and laws. Let's keep going. Thank you.